Hi there, my name's Sam of Core Yoga, and I today wanted to offer you a breathing and relaxation practice to help instill a sense of calm to both the physical and the emotional body, to allow us to rest, to restore, to recover from the anxieties and stresses that we may be experiencing in our lives right now. So to start the practice, we're going to start with a breathing exercise called Nadi Shodhana. And Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, is a breathing exercise that's worked to kind of balance the energy levels within the body. So we're going to be breathing in through one nostril, then out through the other, then in through the same one and out through the other one. I will talk you through the breathing pattern, and we'll do about 11 rounds of this breathing exercise. And then we're going to come down, lie on the mat, take some relaxation to allow our physical bodies to slow down, and then we'll take a second breathing exercise to really enhance the body's ability to breathe naturally, to breathe deeply, and to stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system, the calmer side of our nervous system, and the side that will be less stimulated as we live in the current situation that we have in our world. So to get started, you need to find a nice comfortable seat. I'm sat on a nice cushion here. You can sit on a cushion, you can sit on the floor, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit with your legs out in front of you. Wherever you are, you can sit on a chair. Wherever you are, just allow the body to soften and settle. And close off your eyes, and then when you need to see what I'm doing, I'll be demonstrating it. And you can open your eyes to see, but once you've done the practice 1 or 2 times, you'll be right there. So with the eyes closed, just allow the body a moment to arrive into the space. And allow your mind to acknowledge your body. And acknowledge the physical tension that you might be feeling in your body right now. Be that around the head and the shoulders, in the belly space, in the hips, or anywhere else. And without trying to change that tension, just acknowledge and accept it for the moment. And then tune into your breath. And just watch the breath flow in and out of your body. Observe the quality of that breath. Observe the depth of it. And maybe the balance between the in-breath and the out-breath. Notice by just being attentive to the breath, it's really hard not to change anything. It's really hard not to deepen that breath. And so it just goes to show that even in the most stressful part of our lives, if we just take a moment, close our eyes and notice our breath, perhaps that in itself will help to calm the nervous system. And then just briefly assess the content of your mind. Notice the speed in which the thoughts are passing by. Notice the type of thoughts. Whether there's a negative or a positive trend to those thoughts. And know that in challenging times, it is all right to be negative. In fact, our body is hardwired to be negative. It goes back to our hunter-gatherer days. That's what our sympathetic nervous system is for, to stop us getting into trouble. However, we no longer have to run to hunt for food, but we have different stresses and strains in our lives. So noticing the negativity and then taking a practice to turn that negativity around, either to allow it to pass on by with no judgment, or to turn it into something good. And I know that in times like these, finding something good might be hard. So however small that good thing is, that will help to bring about a sense of balance in your mind. And so as we start our Nadi Shodhana practice, our alternate nostril breathing practice, turn your left hand and turn the palms up to face the sky and bring the back of the left hand to your thigh. And then just take a mudra, take your first finger and your thumb and just create a bind. A mudra is a bind. And creating a bind with that mudra, just retaining the energy within the body. And then take your right hand and bend over your index finger and your middle finger into the palm of your hand. And for the practice, I like to use my thumb and my ring finger. There are many different variations of how we use our hand and how we place our hand in this practice. But take a deep breath to prepare. And close off your right nostril and inhale through your left nostril. Close off your left nostril and exhale right. Inhale through your right nostril. And exhale through your left. That's one round. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale 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 left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. 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 Exhale left. And then move your hands, bring both of your hands to your thighs, inhale through both. And exhale, let it go. So already using this practice to help calm the body, to help bring prana, bring breath into the body, to help balance the energy systems within the body. And now we come into a relaxation. So for this relaxation you need your 2 blankets. Just blink your eyes open, and with the blankets you're going to take one blanket that's going to be like folded up. So or it could be a towel or anything you can find your hands on. And it looks a bit like a pillow. And then you have a second blanket that you're going to make into a long, thin support that will run along your spine. So I like to open the blanket out like this, and then just concertina fold the blanket, so one over the other. And do that a couple of times. When you get to the end, just tuck the end bit underneath. So you have a concertinaed blanket or towel that's going to run along your spine. So moving off the mat, your pillow, your cushion, your block, whatever you're sitting on, and then bringing the long, thin part of your blanket down to the floor. So you're going to sit your bum right here, and you're going to lie your spine along the blanket, and then depending on the height of your body and the length of your blanket, you're going to bring the pillow at the other end. And this is really to encourage an opening through the chest so that we can draw as much oxygen into the body when we arrive in our pranayama. So from here, you're going to come sit right at the base of your blanket, and then allow the body to settle, and then just readjust so you're comfortable. Now, taking your legs out straight in front of you. If this already feels a little uncomfortable on your lower back, then I would recommend you put a pillow underneath your knees and allow your knees to soften onto that pillow so that your legs are a little bent and therefore a little more supported. This is a Shavasana type position, so your legs are about mat distance apart and your arms come out to the side. And then just close off your eyes. And so allow the physical body now to settle as I talk you through a short relaxation. And when I mention the part of the body that I mention, be in your mind's eye with that part of your body and allow your mind's eye to encourage that part of your body to let go. So take a lovely breath and fill what feels like the entire body. And as you exhale, let everything soften and bring your attention to your feet. Allow the feet to feel heavy, the soles of the feet to feel soft. Feel the lower leg, the calf, the front of the shin. And the knees. Allow the knees to be soft. The muscles around the knees to let go. And picture your thigh bone, your femur bone. And imagine it's made of a heavy lead. And allow that thigh bone to sink deeper towards the floor. Feel the weight of that thigh bone, allowing the body to settle. And then feel the pelvis. And the weight of the pelvis supported by the earth. And then feel the tummy space. Allow the tummy to be soft. Maybe taking a bit more time here, as this is a space where we hang on to a lot of tension, particularly emotional tension. So just taking a few rounds of breath to allow that space to soften. And then draw your attention to your rib cage. Allow the ribs to feel heavy. And the organs within the rib cage, the lungs, the heart. Just visualize them working for you without consciousness. Feel the shoulders and the weight of the shoulders. Imagine your scapula, your shoulder blades, made of that same heavy lead of your femur bones, sinking a little deeper towards the floor. Allow the space, the front of the chest to feel soft. Allow the arms to feel heavy and the hands to feel relaxed. And bring the attention to the back of your neck. Just follow your mind's eye from the space between the shoulders to the nape of the neck, allowing the muscles that surround each vertebrae to soften a little as you bring your attention to them. And then feel the back of the skull, heavy and supported by the pillow you've created. Take the mind's eye across the top of the head to your forehead, your temples, and allow them to soften. To your cheekbones, to your jaw. And notice how much tension may be still be resonating in your jaw and your mouth. And allow yourself a moment or two to soften this space. Allow the tongue to fall off the roof of the mouth and just rest behind the teeth. And then bend your elbows and just bring your hands to your belly. And so just watching the breath as it comes and goes for a couple of rounds. So the objective of this breathing exercise is not to force the breath, but more to direct the breath into specific spaces. To encourage the primary breathing muscles within the body, the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles, to draw the oxygen that the body needs for life, for wellness, to strengthen and lengthen those muscles, and to encourage them to do the work for the secondary breathing muscles at the top of the neck and the shoulders that attach to the first rib. When we're stressed, when we're anxious, our breath gets short. As our breath gets short, the body relies on these secondary breathing muscles around the neck and the shoulders to do a lot of the work. The diaphragm and the intercostals get a little lazy. The tension builds in the neck and the shoulders, up into the head. And then we might start to get imbalances that cause headaches or nausea or discomfort. So this is a nice reminder for the body of its full capacity to breathe. It will work at stimulating the nervous system evenly, because every time you inhale, you'll stimulate the sympathetic side of the nervous system. And every time you exhale, you'll stimulate the parasympathetic. With the warmth of your hands on your belly, just direct your natural breath into that space and then let it fall away. So the breath is as deep as your body wants it to be. You're directing the breath into the belly space and then letting it go. As you do this, you're noticing that the muscles in the neck and the shoulders are not helping you. And if they are, you're consciously trying to let them go. Without judgment as to how easy or tricky it is. And just with consciousness, with effort, with attention. And so one more breath, breathing into the belly space. And then slowly walking your hands and bringing them either side of your rib cage. So the palms of your hands are on the side of your body, and the fingertips are reaching towards the center of your torso. So just taking a small moment in time to feel the warmth of your hand. So sometimes touch can really help to encourage the sensations and helps to allow us to breathe a little deeper into these spaces. So where you feel the touch, where you feel the pressure and the warmth, now direct your breath there. So again, you're not trying to breathe deeply, you're just breathing as deeply as your body will allow. There's no force in this breath. But as you breathe into this space, you may well feel the ribs as they push into the hands separate a little bit. And as you breathe out, you may feel them coming towards one another. Just allowing the body to take the oxygen wide into the thoracic, wide into the rib cage. The diaphragm is still working. It's just drawing wider rather than deeper. And once again, noticing if those muscles in the back of the neck and the shoulders are wanting to do the work for you, and if they are, just try and let them go. And then from here, bring your hands and place them now right at the top of your chest, so just underneath your collarbone. Just allow the warmth of your hands to settle into your chest space. And now allow the breath to travel to that space. Feeling the rise and the fall of the chest as the breath predominantly moves into this space. And then noticing if those same muscles at the back of the neck are trying to lead this breath movement. And if they are, trying to consciously soften them and allow the other muscles to take over. And so now bring your hands to your belly space, feel the warmth in the belly, take a breath into your belly, and then exhale, let it go out of your belly. Move your hands to your ribs, inhale into the ribs, and then exhale, let it go. Move your hands to your chest, inhale into your chest, and exhale, let it go, bring the hands back to the belly. Two more like that, inhale into belly, exhale, let it go, move the hands to the ribs, inhale to rib cage, exhale, let it go, move the hands to the chest, inhale into the chest space, exhale, let it go, hands to the belly, inhale belly, exhale belly, move the hands, inhale rib cage, exhale rib cage, move the hands, inhale chest, and exhale, bring the hands back to the belly. So just taking a couple of rounds of normal breath. Next part of the sequence is that we'll breathe a third of each breath into each of those three spaces. So we'll breathe a third belly, a third ribs, a third upper chest, and then we'll exhale to let it all go. So taking one more breath to prepare. Try not to force the breath, As you inhale belly, move the hands ribs, move the hands chest. Exhale, let it all go as the hands travel back to the belly. Inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, let it go. Inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, release. Now without moving the hands, inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, let it go. 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 Allow the breath to return to its natural ebb and flow. So taking your time, moving as little as possible, and just roll yourself over to one side and take away your blanket and allow the body to settle into the floor, and we'll finish with a Shavasana. So again, if your knees are on the pillow, feel free to keep them there, or extend the legs out in front of you and allow the body to be still. Allow the breath to return to its natural ebb and flow. And allow the mind to watch the breath. So all the mind needs to do is to watch the breath as it comes and goes into the body. And I leave you here in Shavasana for a couple of minutes. before you bring any movement back into your physical body, just take a moment to feel. Feel how the physical body is feeling right now. Noticing those same spaces that were holding on to tension. Maybe they feel a little looser, a little less tense. And then notice the quality of your breath. Notice the difference of the breath now to when you started the practice. And lastly, observe the content of your mind. Maybe a little slower, maybe a little calmer, maybe a little more positive. And then just start to bring some movement back into your feet, your ankles, your wrists, your fingers, your toes. Walk the knees in towards your body and just take your knees in close. Little rock from side to side as you start to bring movement back into the body. And then when you're ready, rolling onto a preferred side, pushing your way up to come to a comfortable seat. Keep the eyes closed if you can. And bring the palms down to rest wherever you are. The palms together in the heart space, the thumbs resting on the sternum. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.